Welcome back to Definitely Random. Eric,
Hey there. It's been a minute. Feels like it's been a minute.
we're redoing this.
Yeah.
I just want to say that 'cause it's kind of
feels
funny.
weird.
We just did this right now. What happened was we recorded about 2 minutes, and then
Audio cut out.
I have no idea what happened on our recording side. It just stopped recording, and then we had to re-record, but it was going to be whatever. It was weird. We had only recorded about 2 minutes.
Yeah, so
So now
just restarted.
we're just restarting the conversation. We're doing good. Life is good.
Yeah.
Eric
Went to a football game. He reminded me.
There you go. Which is why we missed a couple times. A couple things happened. So we're a little late, but we're not too late.
No.
So we'll be
We
on
only
time.
missed like 1 week, like I said.
Yeah, we missed one episode. The other one should be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Move things to Saturday. It's Saturday,
Yeah.
actually. So now it's a little more calm here in the office. Because we recorded my conference room. So it's calm in the office. Nobody here. I see like 2 people this morning. Much calmer. And I guess one of the reasons we moved it was for our schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing is, during the week, there's always these one guys here.
They got tired of us being here, I guess.
I guess there's always a group of people, and it looks like they're working, but these dudes work till like goddamn 6 or something.
They
And
can't get the hint to leave.
yeah, for sure. I'll be like sitting right out there staring at them, like leave, and they don't. And one of the guys, he's such a passive asshole. Like I don't know, maybe he's a nice guy. Actually, I'm just a bitch. But like he sees me, he'll like walk in and out. He's done it a couple times where he walks out, he'll go wherever the fuck he's going, bathroom, phone. But he's gone for like 20 minutes. It's happened twice. 15, 20 minutes, he's gone. And he comes back, just like walks back, sees me, comes in, goes back to. I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm like, bro, it's fucking 5:45. You've clocked out of work. Like, you know I'm waiting. Just fucking get out. Leave so I can do my shit. So it was very unpredictable when those guys would leave. So we decided to move it. Worked out better for us, I guess. We're much more rested. And it's chill Saturday. Just start the day. Start the weekend.
Yeah.
But anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a minute. I've had an okay couple weeks. Been good. Eric's had a fun couple weeks, apparently. And you want to tell us about that? You went to a football game.
Yeah, I went to go see the Cowboys play the Jets. And initially we wanted to go to see Aaron Rodgers, try to see how he was going to be like with the new team and how he's going to be against Dallas, because Aaron Rodgers doesn't really lose to Dallas.
Right.
I think he's only lost like maybe once or twice, something like that.
Once in playoffs, I think.
Yeah, I think that's about it. But every other time with the Packers, he always beats us. And so it's going to be interesting to see how well he does with the new team. And we're like super hype. And yeah, we ended up getting hurt week 1. So we just went to go see Zach Wilson. And yeah, we beat them, obviously. I forgot the score, but it was kind of bad. Feel bad for the Jets. But whatever, we won. It was a good weekend. And yeah, then came back from there.
I'm so sad about Rodgers. Legitimately broke my heart.
Yeah.
It's the same pain I felt in 2018? I think it was 2018, I want to say. Or 2017. It might have been 2017. Where he had a season-ending shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
He like broke his collarbone or something.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was bad. And I said, fuck this. What I thought was going to happen when he first got injured was they were going to evaluate him. You know, he's Rodgers. I was like, he's not coming back in next play. That looked bad. They're going to evaluate him, take him out back, x-ray, whatever the fuck. And then he's going to come back in 10 minutes, hopped up on fucking codeine like he did that one time 2-3 years ago again.
Just completely numb.
Yeah, like they like fucked his knee, but he came back and won against, I think it was the Lions. Comeback, fucking amazing comeback, won. And then was like, what is this guy on? Because they would like zoom in on his face. And dude was like, he looked like he was high as a kite. And I was like, hell yeah. So I thought that's what was going to happen. I was like, he tweaked it, but they're just going to fucking numb him up, get in there.
Yeah.
No, did not. No. But apparently he had like a revolutionary Achilles surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I read that it was the same one Kobe got, but then I guess they introduced. I think from what I read,
well, Aaron Rodgers can't just take helicopter flights. If it was the same surgery. What? Too soon? Nah. R.I.P. the GOAT. R.I.P. All jokes. All love.
He didn't have that. They crashed because they didn't have the mama mentality. The pilot, he just wasn't focused. That's what happened. No, but he was supposed to have like some revolutionary surgery. I guess a part of it was different or something. His recovery is supposed to be faster.
He's supposed to be back in the playoffs, right?
That's
apparently.
what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
I think.
allegedly.
But I mean, the Jets have to get there first.
Yeah, first they have to get there. They're not. And then second, he has to recover, which an Achilles tear? That's a big stretch.
Well, I heard that he didn't like rupture it completely. Like it tore a little bit.
It wasn't through.
But it wasn't like a complete tear.
Oh, okay.
Because he was able to walk on it a little bit.
I thought he was, so when it happened, I thought he was fine because he got hurt. He got up. He walked
and just went
like
down,
or he made a couple steps. He seemed to like fine. His demeanor was fine. And then he was like, I'm going to sit on the field. And then he sat down. They came over, helped him off. But then I was like, nah, he's just like, whatever. I don't know. He hurt himself, but it's not an Achilles tear.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen athletes like injured with an Achilles or even an ACL. And both very painful.
Yeah.
And they're like, immediately, like they're down.
Right.
And they're like grabbing their leg or wherever the affected area is. And he just didn't. He had like no reaction, no emotion. So I was like, oh, sprain.
He's trying to suck it up or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's also. I feel like it's also different with people because I've like being in sports. I've seen people tear ACLs and all that stuff, and some people take it like it just hurts like super bad, and other people like they know it's hurt, but like they're able just to kind of power through. I think it's just like pain tolerances. And yeah, because I've seen like
it's all
both
about that
ends.
Mamba mentality.
I guess.
So
I've just seen both.
I tore my ACL when I was like 14, but it wasn't a through tear, so I didn't need surgery. I just did a whole lot of fucking rehab. But I tore it, and I still played. I tore it like a Tuesday in practice, and I played that week in the game, and then I went to the doctor like the next week because my knee was just fucking huge, like swollen, and I was like, yeah, this is not normal. My mom was like, yeah, that's not normal. So then we went to the doctor, and then they're like, yeah, you tore your ACL. And I was like, oh. And like it hurt. So I guess I can see. I was trying to say like, I see what you say because it hurt, but I just thought it was a bruised knee.
Right.
Like, I was a kid. I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't even know what an ACL tear was at like that time. Or maybe I was like 13. I don't know. Whatever. But my knee was just fucking fucked. So what happened was I was playing linebacker, and I was coming to get cut or chop blocked. And so they ran. I was like on the left side, and the lineman came and obviously went for my legs, and he like hit my left knee and like pushed it in. So I didn't hear a pop. I didn't really hear anything, honestly. I just know it hurt. Like he hit me, and I was like, ah. But it's kind of like those when you hit like your funny bone or you just hit your hip on the edge of the table, you know, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. I was like, ooh, that fucking hurt. And like I kind of like wobbled, and I was like, ah, whatever. I was like, I'm fine. So I kept practicing, played the game that week. And then I was like, nah, this like fucking hurts. I'm surprised my coach didn't say anything either. It's like,
coaches don't want players out. They're never going to say
but
nothing.
I mean, I wasn't like an all-star. I was a starter, but I wasn't an all-star. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like I was replaceable, and I knew that. Like I think I was just a starter because I was the tallest one. Like I was kind of bigger for my size, like my age, and the backups were kind of smaller. So maybe that's why. But I truly was not an all-star. Like truthfully, I was not. And he saw me every day. Like I don't know, and in the weight room too. Like I don't know. So anyway, poor Rodgers, poor guy.
Yeah, I think he's probably gonna retire next year after next season.
You think so? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Well, because he has the 2-year contract.
Yeah,
so this year he's out, obviously. Next year, finish it off. And I think that might be the end of it. But next year he might have a really good year because it might be like, this is my comeback and this is also my final year.
He made like a quote like, you guys want to put me into the darkness but wait for my comeback or something like that.
He's about to pop off next year.
Yeah, he's about to.
Unless he actually does come back during the playoffs because the Jets were able to make it without him.
Dude, if they make it to playoffs, if he comes back during playoffs,
they're gonna win it.
He leads them to Super Bowl and wins.
Wild.
That would have to be like the best comeback story ever.
Has any other quarterback been able to do that?
Come back and win?
Come back from an injury and like
that bad?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Joe Burrow?
Quarterback?
Didn't Joe Burrow come back from
No, he was out for that season. He tore his ACL.
Uh-huh.
He was out for the season.
Okay.
He did lead into Super Bowl next season, his second year.
But
so
he was healthy though.
that
the
was
whole
a
time,
good
right?
year, but that was like a whole year, you know.
Right.
If Rodgers does it in the same year,
Season. Yeah.
that would be insane. That would.
I don't know. You think he's got it in him?
He's got it in him. It's the recovery, but I feel like that's just too soon. Even if he does come back for playoffs, I feel like that recovery is too soon. Like one good hit,
And it's done again.
and like it's just it's like not strong enough.
Right. No, I agree with you, but I
wouldn't want him to.
If I were him, I'd be scared to be behind the Jets O line too.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That center, lets him in like it's fucking Walmart 24/7, brother. Goddamn.
So the Giants defense. Oh my god. I feel so bad for Dan. Have you seen those memes of Daniel Jones reading the 49ers defense? He's all confused.
They just turned his face into a meme because it's like when you say. I saw one that it was like his face is obviously concerned.
Yeah.
So it's like when you say Hut and what's his name, Devin Theobo, which is like the defensive end from the Giants. And you see, like, the joke was, like, you see your own defensive player coming to sack you. Because, like, the joke was, like, everybody's coming to get you.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God, it was just so dumb. Like, I do feel bad for the guy. He's not, like, a great quarterback, I don't think.
But he's also not that bad.
But he's not as bad as what he's performing right now. But because he has, like, no help.
Yeah, because his O-line can't block. His receivers, they'll catch the ball sometimes, but they can't get any yards after that.
Yeah.
They catch it and they immediately go down.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for him to do much out there, I feel like.
Yeah, I do feel bad for him. He's just not in the. I feel like they have a good coach though. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
The bald dude.
Yeah, the bald dude. I forgot his name. I was gonna say Mike Vrabel, all fucking tight ends ass. No, but I do think they have a decent coach, but I mean, I feel like as a coach, you can't play for your players.
Yeah.
So like I don't think it's a coaching thing.
Yeah, you can give them the best game plan, best everything. At the end of the day, it's up to them to perform.
Yeah, like I think he has a good game plan.
Do you think that maybe they already have kind of like we're a losing team and like we're just gonna settle for this?
Like they're gonna tank?
Yeah, like they don't have that mentality. Like we actually have a chance to win this.
I don't think so because. I hope not, because our head coach is in his second year, so he has to prove himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I meant more so like the players, not the coaching staff, but like the players. Do you think that's why they don't perform as well as they probably should? Because obviously, I know sometimes in sports, obviously you can be outmatched, like athletic wise, and like God-given ability. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But like you're being paid that much, you're the best of the best. Because even though let's say the Giants O-line, for example, they're probably not the best ones in the league, obviously, but still they're better than 99% of other athletes out here in the world.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like you should have a better chance than what you've been showing. So, I don't know. I feel like once you lose that much and you build that reputation, it kind of sticks in your head and you settle for it.
I feel like they're not even like a bad team. Like last year, they weren't even that bad. I'm pretty sure they went positive last year.
Did they? I don't know.
They were for sure third because Eagles were 1. Cowboys, I'm pretty sure, were second.
Yeah. Well, we were first for a minute, but then...
Yeah, but then Cowboys fashion,
We just dropped down a second. Chill out.
Yeah.
Where were the Packers?
Right now?
No, where were they at that time?
Last year?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure number 1 in division. Oh, we're not number 2, actually. You know what? I think the Vikings. The ones that give
typical Packers.
The ones that give us the run for the money is the Vikings. So, well, I don't know. The Lions, I feel, might be on the come up. That coach is kind of crazy. That guy's fucking crazy in a good way. He's just like so like hyped. The Bears are. I've seen so much smack talk about Justin Fields, and I fucking agree. I say this for Justin Fields. Now I forgot all their names. The quarterback from the Texans. And
isn't it that bald dude?
Quarterback?
Yeah.
For the Texans?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Arizona.
I'm thinking Joshua Dobbs.
You're thinking Joshua Dobbs. He has alopecia.
What's that?
Where you don't grow hair.
Oh.
Like a not a
is
like
it
a disease?
Like Will Smith's wife, Jada.
Yeah, but Jada has patchy hair. Mm-hmm. He's just like fucking no eyebrows ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has alopecia.
Do you know that is that everywhere in the body?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang. You never have to shave.
I feel like that. Let me preference by saying I feel for you, but I feel like that's kind of cool, unless you want hair.
Yeah.
But like you never have to shave. Like
You
you're
don't have to worry.
just buttery smooth.
All the time.
Like that hair kind of adds a little extra sweat, you know?
Yeah.
Like
It
you
gets
ever,
hot,
you
it
ever
gets
that
dirty.
fucking lower back sweat because your hair and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, like,
Like drips.
fuck. Yeah, you're like, drips out to your crack and
Like,
like, ooh,
the one that surprised I was just about to say, like, you're doing something, you just feel a drop, you're like, who did that?
who that? Who that? Yeah, here's alopecia. You think of Joshua Dobbs. I
Okay.
forgot the dude from the Texans. I just completely blanked on his name. But what I was trying to say is Ohio State QBs. So if you're a QB and you're in the NFL and you come from Ohio State, you're not good. You're not going to be good. CJ Stroud.
Stroud, yeah.
Yeah, CJ Stroud. There you go.
I don't say Stroud,
Stroud.
but Stroud, yeah.
Yeah, Stroud. Yeah. I don't think Ohio State QBs, they're good in college, and they're just fucking, I can't remember the last good one in the NFL.
Did Baker Mayfield go to Ohio?
He went to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma? Okay, I remember just the OU.
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma.
Oh, but that would be, yeah.
Kyler went to Oklahoma too. I really like Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. I really liked him in college. He's I don't know. I just really liked his mentality. I mean, obviously I don't know him, but I feel like he's a very humble guy.
It seems like it. I've never seen him like
gloat or
yeah.
And I just feel like he's always like he's the one he wants to put in the work. Like he's really gonna try his best.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't work out for him.
Get all the way downfield by himself. Get on the 1 yard line. Score by himself.
Yeah, he's him. Now, if I like the Eagles more, I'd want to buy a jersey. But I don't know if I like him that much to buy
A Jalen Hurts
a
jersey.
Jalen Hurts jersey. But I do like him a lot. If he's there in like another 2 years, like if he's there a little more long term, because he's been there like what 3? Maybe I'll buy one.
You don't think they'll like, because he's still on a rookie contract, right?
Yeah.
You don't think they'll like extend it and give him like a franchise
Ooh,
quarterback option type of thing?
maybe.
I mean,
Who's
he
his
hasn't been doing
backup right
bad.
now, Mariota?
He's been pretty good. His backup,
Mariota, yeah.
yeah, they're not gonna give him anything.
He's too old. Oh, I mean, he could pull like a Geno Smith. Geno Smith is like in his fucking 13th year or 9th year. I don't know, some shit like that. He was really no one until like last year. Picked up by the Seahawks, started,
He's
and
doing
then
okay.
went hard.
Yeah,
And they were like, wait, where the fuck did this guy come from? Like, he's been in the league for a long time.
yeah.
Like,
He just needs his chance.
I'm pretty sure it was like 12 years. He's like a pretty old quarterback. But he's like I don't know.
A lot of the greats started off as, well, obviously Mariota didn't start off as a backup, but a lot of greats were backups, like Brady, Rodgers.
That's why I
Drew
hope Jordan
Brees.
Love is going to be great. Right now, he has the number 1 QB rating in the NFL.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
So, I mean, he started good. Like, his stats-wise, his stats are good.
I'm starting him this week in fantasy.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I had Joe Burrow, but he just
Dude.
screwed me too well.
Joe Burrow, JJ, Jamar Chase, disappointing right now. I have Jamar and Burrow. I have Jamar in maybe 2 leagues, maybe? Or Joe Burrow 2? No, I think Jamar in 2. And then I have, Joe Burrow 1, Jamar in like 2, I think, whatever. Brother, they haven't gotten me fucking squat. Combined,
bad.
they've probably gotten me the past 2 weeks, right? We're what, week 3?
Yes.
Past 2 weeks combined, 30 points maybe.
Yeah, it's been
That's
bad.
horrible. That's fucking horrible.
I had to put Burrow in timeout.
Me too.
benched
I think, dude, in one of the leagues I started Brock Purdy, which is good. He's doing great.
Yeah.
Great fucking.
He had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he did.
The other day.
He's had a good season, 4-0.
Uh-huh.
Last year he had a great season, but fuck, man. Like, you expect Joe Burrow to fucking come out, and then Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, which is the number 2 receiver for the Bengals, has got to be more points than Jamar.
I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna tell you my lineup, and I'm gonna go off this line because to me this was my best.
Oh, this
My-
one
my-
you're telling
my-
me, but you're defeated right now,
My,
right?
my best roster, yeah, and I haven't won one game. I'm
Yeah,
0-2
you're
right
0-2.
now.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
This week it's looking like 50-50, but the other team is like projected to have a little bit like over me.
You never know. You never
But
know.
I mean, we'll see. But so this is my team, and I want to bring this out because it pisses me off. Because in your league, I'm 2-0 right now. It looks like I might win this week. If I do, it's gonna be really close, or if I lose, it's gonna be really close. The other one, I think I'm 1-1. But this one, I'm 0-2. So I had Joe Burrow, starting quarterback, and then I had Devontae Adams, I had DK Metcalf, McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, Goddard, and Miles Sanders.
The weakest one there is Goddard.
Yeah, but the week 1, he got me 0 points. He really hoed me. Him and Burrow really hoed me. I should have won week 1, 100%. But regardless, I'm 0-2. How with all these players am I 0-2?
Yeah.
It boggles my mind. And I've made some changes, obviously, and
try to make some adjustments.
Make some adjustments. Who's starting, and I still have Jonathan Taylor on my bench. I've just been hoping somebody picks him up. I kind of want to just drop him and get someone else. But,
you could. I don't know.
But no, because I feel like the second I drop him, somebody's going to pick him up, then he's going to pop off.
I'd keep him until maybe week 6.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, unless you really... You can keep him the whole season if you don't need another player. Mm-hmm. But if you really need another player, I just drop him by like week 6.
I just know my luck. As soon as I drop him, somebody's going to pick him up.
Cam Akers was with the Rams, just got traded to Vikings, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
I wouldn't pick him up.
No.
I don't think Cam Akers... I think I've picked him up in 2 years because he's been a starter, and I picked him up twice, and he's never performed. He's giving me fucking tight end numbers as a running back. So I don't think he's...
I had him, and I dropped him. I think I dropped him week 2, I think.
Yeah, no.
I had him to fill it. I had him on my bench.
There was this one year I picked up both, and who were they? It was Cam Akers, and I forgot who the second one was. I picked up both Rams running backs, the starter and the backup.
Uh-huh.
Bro, diddly fucking squat from both of them, bro. Diddly fucking squat. In fact, sometimes the backup, I forgot who the backup
gave more
was.
Points?
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago, or maybe even last year, 2 years ago. Yeah, I got more points. If I had to say, out of all 16 weeks, or 17, I guess, last season, if it was last season, 10 of those weeks, back was doing way better. And I don't understand why. But either way, he wasn't doing that well either.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. I guess maybe the Rams just aren't a good run-heavy
team. Like their system doesn't work well with runs.
I have Cooper Kupp on one of my teams, but he's out for a little while. I think till week 4. But I'm hoping when he comes back, I just have a lot of hope. I'm just hoping, like, please.
Yeah, we're barely week 3. There's still a lot of football.
Yeah, there's
left,
a lot of football. There's a lot of football. I would not stress right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stress until week 14.
Yeah.
Really.
At the end of the season.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like defeated for now and then. But
Yeah,
if you're like win 1, lose 1, win, lose 1, win, lose.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. Like, you're fine. I've started fantasy 0-5 and come back and won out like 9 games in a row.
Able to go to the playoffs
and finish like 10-6. Go to the playoffs, beat someone, and then win and get second place.
Nice.
It's happened. I've done it.
Yeah. No, I believe you. I mean, this is my first year doing fantasy, so
100% it's possible. So that's what I'm saying. Don't worry, it's week 3. I mean, obviously keep monitoring, drop players where you can.
Yeah.
Like I just dropped Pat Freiermuth. It was very early week 2. I mean, he could do stuff, but
that was the Pittsburgh
tight end.
Right. Okay.
He hasn't been doing hot. Last year he was okay. I just thought he was gonna have a bigger breakout this season. Again, it's week 2, so I did it very prematurely. But I just needed
points now.
Yeah, I need like the points, like because that league is pretty competitive. So I was like, I need the tight end to give me like 5 points. If you can do that, 5 points, that'll help me. At least he was giving me 2, maybe.
Yeah, it's been rough out here for tight ends.
Yeah,
tight ends haven't been popping off.
Dude,
maybe Kittle might be the only one because even Kelsey last game.
Chiefs just in general haven't been doing that.
Yeah, Kelsey, I think from what I heard, I don't have him in any of my leagues, but I think he only had the 1 touchdown and just a couple of yards.
Yeah, but it's okay. Give the Chiefs like till week 5, and then they're gonna pop off again.
Hopefully,
it's typical Chiefs fashion. But
I picked up Kareem Hunt.
Oh, that was a good pickup.
Yeah, since they had signed him.
Jerome Ford's the starter.
Well, I heard that they were gonna kind of like see, like I know he's a starter right now, but they're bringing him like Kareem Hunt back for like a reason since he already knows the Brown system and all that. So I don't know. I picked him up in the case that they start him maybe after this week or something.
I got Jerome Ford in one of them because I need a running back, so I got Jerome Ford. Kareem Hunt was taken. If it's anything like when they had Chubb and Hunt, Hunt was like that. First down, maybe they need like a outside run play or something. And Chubb was very versatile though. Chubb was just like the power heavy guy. Like he just fucking bulldozes people. Kareem Hunt's more like shifty. And I think that's the same thing for Hunt and Ford. I think Jerome Ford is more the train. And then Kareem Hunt's more still like the shifty.
So they're going to have kind of like an Elliott and Pollard type thing.
But I mean, obviously, Chubb would still get the majority of the reps. Yeah. With Ford and Hunt, I wouldn't know. I don't know. He does know the system, so I mean, I don't know.
We'll see. But I also dropped the Bengals defense, picked up the Seahawks. defense, just because Bengals defense wasn't giving me much, and I looked at the Seahawks schedule, and their next couple of games are kind of easier, and I won't have to be dropping and picking up that much. So I have them for at least like for the next 4 or 5 weeks.
I'm in 3 leagues, and in either of them, I think I have the 49ers defense in 2 of them, and the Packers in 1. I feel like I always pick up the Packers defense. I don't know if that's biased. I just always, like past like 4 years, in one of my leagues, or 2 of them, I'll pick up the Packers defense. I just feel like they have a pretty, like
they're consistent.
Yeah, they're consistently okay. Like there's some games where they go crazy, or some years I guess they go crazy, and other years they're like, okay, but they're still better than average.
You're right.
So I feel like they're just like a consistent. 49ers too, I feel like they're a pretty good one.
Cowboys have popped off for the last 2 years.
Cowboys, either way though, yeah, Cowboys I feel like they've had a still above average defense.
I have them this year. First week, I think it's like 35 or 40 points or something like that. I think it's like 35.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy fucking week 1. That was insane.
Yeah, and last week too, they got me some pretty decent points. Okay. Now this week against the Cardinals, kind of nervous because Trevon Diggs is out. But I mean, these past couple of games, I don't think he's been like a game changer.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Like he's been good, but not like
not like the it factor like he's used to.
Yeah, and that's not like he's out. Defense is going to shit. It's all, I don't know. I think it'll be fine.
I wonder how the Jets defense is doing. I haven't picked them up in any of the leagues, but I wonder how they're doing because the Jets defense is pretty good.
I think the first game they're okay because they kept it kind of close, but then against the Cowboys, they kind of let the score run up a little bit.
Yeah,
and then we're barely week 3, so we'll see. But
that probably doesn't help that they're probably fucking tired of all the 3 and outs from Zach Wilson. Poor guys are just gassed.
Yeah.
Funny thing, now that I said 3 and out, and I don't know why my brain just like whatever. Last night my alma mater high school played Vela, and I didn't look up these stats. I was told these stats.
Nah, he stays up at night looking at his high school.
I'm not a has-been that looks up the stats, but I really didn't look it up. No.
I feel like that's a subtle jab at someone.
Kind of, but I always goof him. If he ever watches,
I didn't know who you're talking about. You've told me.
If he watches this, it's just I always goof with him that he does that. But
there's 2 people.
But to be fair, every week I'm like, oh hey, how's Vela doing? Are they winning right now? I'm curious, but I care, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, my team. The fuck, who am I? They got shut out goose egg last night.
For real? How bad?
I think 30-0 by PSG North. And allegedly, haven't fact checked it. The last time Vela got no points was 11 years ago.
Damn.
Which was, if my math was correct, was like the first or second season that Vela ever opened. Because it opened like 2012 or 2013. I think 2013. So I think it was the first season that they opened. And yeah.
I think the worst scoring that we've had, like at least in my high school career, it was against PSG Bears. And I can't remember if it was my junior year or my senior year. It was one of those. But all 4 quarters, it was, I think, in the high 60s, low 70s to 0.
And you guys were getting whooped.
No, we beat them.
Oh, okay.
No, we were running up the score, and we were so happy, like, okay, cool, we're going to, like, hold them down to 0. Defense was hype. And then one of my friends at the corner, I'm not going to, like, name drop him or anything. He got burned on a deep route.
Oh, yeah?
Receiver caught the ball on a fade, touchdown. And so I think it was like, again, I don't remember the exact score, but it was like high 60s, low 70s to 7. And they acted like they won the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, we scored 1.
You're like, bro, you're still down 65 points. You know that, right? Like, you saw.
It was pretty bad, but then we're all pissed at him because obviously we wanted.
I mean, you said one, but it's like you wanted to get the goose egg.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember that. It was a fun day because, like, when you're up that much,
you're just having fun.
Coaches aren't on your ass. You're again, like
it's just backyard football. Exactly. Go out there, do whatever you've been doing. Yeah. Just keep doing it. Just go have fun.
Yeah, because at a certain point, the other team kind of loses hope. Yeah. And you can tell, and they don't go as hard.
Right.
Like, yeah, they're
it's like I'm doing my assignment, but I'm doing the bare minimum.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Just get my job done.
Exactly. And you can tell they're not trying hard and all that, and you can just have your fun with them.
Yeah.
And so it just became a lot of fun.
You had your fun with them?
Absolutely.
You let them know what's up?
Mm-hmm. And then we played football.
Oh.
Huh? What's that?
What was that? Did you?
Nah, yeah. Speaking of PSJ, did you hear about the Mexico aliens? What?
This dude said, speaking of this high school, have you heard of the aliens? Them being the bears. The bears that come over the border and go to PSJ. God. Yeah, I heard about them though. Yeah, just
It's the morning. We got to start off with a good note.
God. That was a funny transition. Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
saw.
I can make that
You
joke.
mean the actual extraterrestrials, not the ones, right?
Yes. No, obviously, I'm not meaning the slang slurs.
The slurs of the Mexican
Mexicans.
heritage.
No, I mean
Okay.
actual.
Yeah, no, we don't slang our own people around here. Well, I do.
Let's say,
Yeah, no, I saw the videos that came out
Yeah.
from the Mexican government
did you see the pictures and all
about the
that?
little alien. Is this real?
I don't know because
Bro,
so
those
initially,
look like fucking. They got him at Spirit Halloween.
well, okay, so like here's my thing.
Go
So
for it. Yeah, go
I
on.
heard about it.
Go
I
on,
looked
go on.
up. I kind of like dove into like a rabbit hole, just trying to see because I wanted to believe it, but I was still like kind of skeptical myself because like if you've had it for a minute, why would you barely come out with it now?
Right. Maybe
But,
because
maybe
the
that
U.S.
laws
just
are-
recently came out
Right.
with stuff.
Confirming extraterrestrials and stuff like that. So, and then Mexico had their own hearing about that, and then this group, I forgot what the group they are, but they had evidence of finding some mummified aliens from the mountains or something like that. I forgot where. And it looks like somebody just got like plaster and like kind of molded it itself and got like maybe bird bones or something and like
And
put
just
it
put
together.
it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't
But-
look very real to me. I wasn't very convinced.
I know, and I had heard that that group that came forward with the findings had previously had been like fact checked basically, and they had been found to like been doing like a hoax, and so now they come back again with this, and I don't know, it feels
Sounds like
like
very skeptical.
yeah, maybe they're just wanting attention or whatever. Again, I don't know, but I'd like to believe it, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Yeah, and like I said, I really wasn't convinced. It legit looks like they bought a little like monito from Spirit Halloween,
Yeah.
and just like enclosed it in a case in like alien. And I was like, that doesn't look real. Like you think like when Hollywood directors get movie props for
Right.
aliens, that's what I imagined. The exact.
It's like this big.
There was no difference. Like that's exactly what
Yeah.
I imagined. I was like, that's way too Hollywoody
Yeah.
to look real.
Mhm.
Like nothing about it was. I was like, I was like, I don't know about that. These guys are fucking lying. But yeah, I don't know. I'd want to believe it like you, but I don't think it was real.
I don't think so either. Like I'm probably like 5% of me kind of believes it, just because I mean there's always that off chance, right?
Right.
But the other 95 is like, nah, that's
That's-
probably fake. More than likely,
That's cappery.
given the history and the timing of everything, like it's very convenient of you to kind of bring it out now. But again, I don't know. Maybe the Mexican government is telling them like don't bring anything up until the U.S. confirmed their
And they were
side.
like, fuck.
Okay, I guess we got to bring out our evidence.
Like, I guess.
But
We got to tell them about La Llorona.
I had heard. Do you watch Mr.
Mr.
Ballin?
Beast?
Do you watch Mr. Ballin?
No.
No? Oh my god, you gotta watch Mr. Ballin. I
Who's
love
Mr.
Mr. Ballin.
Is he
Excuse me, I
balling?
burped. Probably.
Oh, maybe.
But what do you call it? He is, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe he's like an ex-Navy SEAL.
Okay.
And he just does like stories, like true crime, horror type of stories.
Okay.
And I remember I was listening to one of his stories, and all of these are supposed to be true,
Allegedly.
allegedly. A lot of them,
you know what?
A lot of them are like they're actually based on like real cases, but some of these like that I'm about to say, I believe they're real.
I don't actively listen. I just looked him up. I don't actively listen to this guy, but I heard his when we talked about fucking 10 episodes ago when we talked about the disappearance of that one guy that the alien
Oh,
experience.
in Arizona, yeah.
I heard his story on it.
Yeah.
So I know who this is. But
Yeah,
I don't actively.
you gotta listen to him more because he had he was saying a story, and I guess that, like all this was in the news at some point back in the day, and I think it was around World War II, just after World War II.
Okay.
There's this guy went to some place in America, I forgot the name, but he went and he was trying to do something with some rocks because he would what do you call it when you break rocks and stuff.
Like archaeology.
Kind of, I guess. And well, anyway, he was doing some stuff like that out there. He was
Or
like,
like excavate.
I think he was kind of like excavating.
Okay.
And he was about like 2 hours away from home. and apparently he saw this like
Beam?
UFO
Oh, okay.
kind of thing like lower, and it was just kind of there, and he was like, "What the heck is that?" And he just kind of kept his distance till finally like, "I'm gonna go up to it," and then the thing just kind of like took off, but like he was behind their throttle, I guess, like where the fire would come out. I guess I don't know how to describe
the
it.
jet thrusters.
Yeah. He was behind that. He got burned really bad. Went to the hospital, told his story, whatever. Some government people went, and there's like high amounts of radiation, and it left like marks on the rocks. And apparently, if you go to that spot now, there'll still be kind of like some radiation like left, and you can see the marks that he described and everything. And yeah.
What kind of marks?
I don't know.
Like burn marks?
Yeah, kind of like burn marks
from
with the
symbols,
thruster.
like hieroglyphics.
No, like burn
like
marks
burn
from the
marks.
thrusters, and it has the shape that he described the thrusters to be, and also like he got marked with something. He had something on his skin afterwards, but he was very like kind of like worried to come out with the story until finally he did. And I mean, this isn't gonna be an alien episode. I'm just kind of briefly we're on the topic
of aliens.
But yeah, I need to find that story. I can send it to you, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm like, ooh, I want to go to that spot.
Where was it in America?
Yeah, somewhere here in America. I don't know what part though. Again, I forgot.
Look at that.
I want to say it's more like north,
Gives me Montana vibes.
northwest,
Oh, okay.
around there, like more northern, but I can't
Interesting.
remember.
Another on World War II, you said?
Around, I think it was like shortly after.
A lot of fishy stuff going around World War II.
It's because we're dumber than we are now. Actually, not.
Well,
The aliens were just maybe more interested in this.
I think technologically we're smarter. I think our common sense has gone down.
Society's dumbed down a little
Yeah,
bit.
society's done down, but like the smart people have gotten smarter, and the average people have gotten dumber.
Oh, I can see
So where
that.
does that put us? Because back then, you had even your average Joe Schmo was still probably a smart guy. Like common sense. There's a lot about not too much about life you need to know. And then now you have like TikTokers like, you know what I mean? Like that's our thing now. Whatever dance they do, I don't know what that was.
Wait, see, I'm just outside of that generation or all that.
Yeah.
So I want to say I'm a little bit above average. I wouldn't call myself dumb.
If you're like below 2002, I think you're still pretty good.
Yeah.
2003. How old would you be if you were born in 2003? 20?
20.
Yeah, you're stupid as fuck. So I'll go back to 2002. Yeah, 2002 and under, I feel like you're okay.
Yeah.
Anything after that, it's gonna be tough.
If you can go back and be born in any other like era, what era?
Ooh. In time?
Yeah, in time. Because I was born 98, and I wish I was born at least like 89 or 90. So that way, because I mean, being born in 98, I don't know, you might have, I'm sure you had the same experience, but I caught a lot of the 90 trends and the early 2000s. So I was kind of like mixed there.
Yeah, we're a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, because I experienced a lot of the stuff that my brother did, but I didn't have the full time with it that he had.
Yeah.
Because my brother was born in 90. So like we're 8 years apart, but he had a lot more time with stuff, and I only caught the tail end of it. And then obviously me and him both experienced the early 2000s and all that. But like we're in the middle of it. But I wish I would have been born like the early 90s so that way I can have the full decade of it.
I think I would go 689 AD with the Genghis Khan reign in Asia. That shit's crazy. Dude, Genghis Khan, let's talk about him real quick.
So random.
That guy's actually insane. In a bad way. In a bad way, that guy's insane. So Genghis Khan, for those that don't know, was like, and I pulled that year out of my ass, actually. I don't know what year he was in reigning. But he was Mongolian. Mm-hmm. Question mark? Maybe? Probably not, actually. My history is very flawed.
Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Khan's grill is Mongolian grill, so he must be Mongolian.
That's what I was thinking. That was my logic. But I didn't want to say that out loud, but you said it.
I think, I don't know. Maybe we are dumb.
But he ruled like fucking like 200 million miles or whatever, which was like legit in current day half of Asia.
And he was nutting in everyone too along the way.
He was what?
Nutting in everyone.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna get. So like, if you're from that area that he ruled, like if your ancestry came from there, you have like a 30% chance or 20. I don't know. It was a pretty high number.
Yeah.
Pretty high number of being related to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, it makes you related to everyone else.
Bad way like raped, non-consensually had sex with women.
A lot of women impregnated
A lot
everyone.
of women. And just like fucking boom, boom, boom,
Baby
boom, boom.
mamas everywhere.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And he was killing his fucking KD ratio was insane.
KD.
This guy was insane, bro.
He's like 1,000,000-1.
Yeah, actual.
Yeah, eventually he died.
Yeah.
So
But like he killed so many fucking people. That guy was insane. So like that, I don't know if you've seen that trend lately going on. It's like asking your boyfriend or asking people like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? I don't know if you've seen that on TikTok right now. But that's like a thing, like a joke. Like how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And there's like guys that are like, well, like twice a week. I don't know if it's staged or not. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Roman Empire is crazy, right? King Julius and Alexander the Great. But Genghis Khan, bro, that guy is crazier, bro.
Yeah.
We should be talking about how often we think of that guy, because that guy, fucking crazy. Hitler, scrub, bum. This guy,
Yeah, couldn't
crazy.
get it done.
Yeah, couldn't get it done. Well, he got a little bit done. a little bit. Anyway.
but compared to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, no, that shit's insane. To answer your question, for real, I think I'd want to be born in the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah, because I feel like I'd want it. Was 80s? Yeah, I think it was. I feel like 80s was just like, I don't know. There's such a vibe. Like with music and just like pop culture. Like, I don't know.
Well, what did the 80s have? Because I know the 90s, well, obviously, like I said, like we grew up with it a little bit. And I don't know, I love the 90s era. But the 80s, what did the 80s have?
I feel like it had early rock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
rock,
true. I love the rock.
When was... What was that fucking hippie camp where you get high?
Burning Man?
No. Fuck, I forgot what it's called.
It's like a festival type of thing?
Yeah, I think it is a festival.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was like all the hippies went. It was like peace, love, but everyone would just get fucking high
Yeah.
there.
But that was earlier
Woodstock.
than the 80s. That was earlier than the 80s, wasn't it?
That's what I'm asking. When was that? I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just
Wasn't
saying.
like the hippie era? Because the hippie
Oh
era...
yeah, that was late 60s. 69.
Yeah.
Woodstock would have been cool.
The early 70s, yeah, and stuff like that.
When was rollerblading and like...
Oh.
That would have been...
I think that was late 70s.
That would have
No, wait.
been cool.
No, 60s?
Like
No.
disco and shit. Like
Disco
fucking-
was like 60s. Late 60s.
Stop the capery. Oh,
Yeah.
70? Oh, wait.
Late 60s, early 70s.
When
That was disco.
was the disco era?
Disco's dead, man.
Fuck no, dude. That would have been fucking
Nah,
crazy. Late
low-key-
70s. This late 70s was the peak disco movement.
Oh, okay. Well,
The
low-key
demographic
disco.
was predominantly white, heterosexual, urban, and suburban middle class.
Low-key disco pops. Or slaps.
Dude, I'm
There
saying
you go.
like, when was Greece? 80s?
Like the movie Grease?
Yeah, Greece.
Oh, I thought you meant the Greek Empire. I was like, what?
We could talk about that. So there was this one Greek emperor. No, he was a battle battalion guy. Oh, what's his name? Fuck. But he gave Alexander the Great a run for his money, bro.
Really?
That guy was a crazy naval fucking commander. Crazy guy. He was good though. Like I guess in a good way. As good as killing and conquering people can go. I don't know however you see that. That guy was crazy. I forgot his name though, but sorry.
Not Greece. That was
78.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe like I don't want to be born that late though, or that. Yeah, I don't want to be because I'd be old as fuck now. I wouldn't be that old. I'd be like what 50?
50 something. Yeah, my mom was born 72. She just turned 50 this year, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think I'd be okay with that.
72?
I feel like yeah. I think I'd be okay with that. You'd live along the good years, like disco, 80s, 90s, like technology, like those video games. Probably a 30-year-old video game virgin, but it's fine. You see like the iPhone now, you'll get like good technology, and then you know the world's going to shit anyway, so I'll just die.
Yeah, I feel like if you're born in that area, you've seen us progress really fast in such a short amount of time. And now, I don't know, maybe I'll see it like in the future, I'll look back to now. But I feel like now we're kind of like at a halt and we're just slowly progressing now. Because to me, in my eyes, technology isn't really advancing that much.
Right.
Like they're just making everything more expensive, but they're not upgrading
Nothing's
much.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
the iPhone 15.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Apple. Get yourself an iPhone 15. Use discount code DEFRANDOM for 15% off.
15? Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got to get discount code. Try it out. See if it works. If it does, let me know. No, dude, the iPhone 15. So it has some good features. I think the only thing I like about it. That's false. I don't want to say the only thing. I feel like the biggest thing about it was. That's also false. What are the words I'm saying? It has USB-C charging. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. Although I don't have any USB-C devices, but it's like making that movement towards USB-C. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of cool.
I mean, it's cool, but I wouldn't say it's like technologically groundbreaking.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely
like we're not coming out with new computers or anything like that.
Where I was going with it is now most of their devices are devices now are being very uniformed. So like a lot of devices are like their iPads, even Android phones are USB-C, and I like that because like having micro USB good for Androids, a Lightning port for iPhones, and then you gotta have like USB-C for whatever, something else. Like that's 3 different cords.
You're right.
But if everyone's just uniformed one, that'd be kind of cool. But then I don't know. I guess I think it'd still be cool. I don't really know too much else on the iPhone 15, actually. I'm not even going to lie.
It's supposed to be a little bit better. I thought it was going to be more expensive, but the prices have stayed the same. Like the best one.
They've always progressively stayed about the same.
Yeah.
I think the biggest jump was when they introduced like the iPhone Pro Max, which was introduced like the 13, I think, or 12?
Something like that, yeah. No.
Well, there was iPhone Plus, but I'm not talking about the Plus. You know what I mean? The Plus was like back at the 7.
Yeah.
But that Plus was like Plus, and it was Plus, and then it was like just iPhone, and then iPhone Pro, and then it was like iPhone Pro Max.
Yeah, it's like a big ass one.
Yeah.
You got a tablet.
Yeah, you basically got. I guess if you have big ass hands,
it's more convenient.
That's convenient for you. But that's really big.
I got tired of big phones.
That's too big for me.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm getting
my hand cramps.
I'm getting the mini.
Yeah, that one's way too big too. Some would say a little small, an inch smaller is the right size. The big ones hurt.
If it's perfect in the pocket. If it's perfect. Perfect in my hand. Perfect in my pocket. Perfect size to watch
stuff.
Perfect on
my face from mouth to ear length ratio. I can hear and talk, and I mean it's good for me. You don't need the big ones. The little one gets it done.
Mm-hmm. I think about it, like if you have the big one, I'm sure it's gonna hurt. Like
it's gonna hurt.
If it falls on you,
it's just gonna get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in bed with your phone up, like you're looking up?
You just dropped it.
Like serious question, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. That's happened.
I've never had the Plus, but that shit fucking hurts. So imagine a Pro Max on your face with the glass titanium body they have now, bro. You're fucking coming to work with a black eye. They're gonna think your husband beats you.
I've dropped my phone on Sam before. We're in bed and I'm showing
you something.
To. Yeah, and I don't know what happens to my grip. It just lets go.
No, the J. Even when you're holding it yourself, you're holding it with 2 fucking hands, and then you're just like, man, hits your face, and you're like, I don't know how that happens. Did she get mad, Sam?
Yeah, it's like, ow. I'm so sorry.
Ow, you sounded like the fucking son from Grown Ups 2 with the big ass nose.
I know you're talking about.
I forgot his name.
The one that's like bald up here, right? Just
yeah. He has that big ass.
Look like the mom and the dad. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And they go, wah!
They say anything.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, did you see Adam Sandler's going on tour?
Yeah, no, I saw. I heard about it like 2 days ago. I want to. It's in December, I think.
Yeah, it's in December 7th for San Antonio. Honestly, the tickets aren't even that bad.
Yeah.
Like comparatively, what I've seen recently for like concerts and anything really, you can get. So this is at AT&T Center Stadium Center. Yeah. So, you know, you can be on like the first level. So there's that first level and there's second level. There's only 2 levels, right? The first level. You can be on the first level as far back, which is still better than the second level as close front. Does that make sense? So you can be in the first level and it'd be like 120.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
See, Adam Sandler, because he's getting older. I'm sure he's going to stop doing this stuff at some point.
I don't know. So. I didn't even know he did comedy stand-up tours.
Yeah, well, last year he did one. I forgot what it was called, but I know he did one for sure last year.
Oh, really?
I wanted to go, but I didn't end up getting a chance to buy tickets. And so this year I do want to go because I think this is his like I Miss You tour or something like that. I forget what he's calling it.
Oh, Welcome Me Back or I don't
something
know.
like that. It's something like that. But I mean, he's getting older. I doubt he's gonna keep doing this for long, and I at least want to see him once.
I feel like that'd be like a cool, I don't know, person to see.
Yeah, like I saw Fluffy. Fluffy was cool.
I think Brandon saw Fluffy.
Fluffy was badass.
Yeah, he
was funny.
I've never seen that guy.
He's cool.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
But I do want to see Adam Sandler. Saw Cat Williams. Cat
fuck
Williams
that
is
guy.
funny. Cat Williams.
Fuck. Oh man.
Cat Williams. He was funny, but man, his show dragged on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like usually when you go to a show, you have like one or two openers, then you have the main act, and then the show ends. This dude, and I'm not even exaggerating, he probably had like 6 or 7 openers.
And each of them are what, 30 minutes? 30 minutes?
No, I think it was long. I think the 30 to 45 minutes, something like that. Like
That's like a
dude, like
4 or 5 hour show.
Probably about 30 minutes each, but like it dragged. And like I remember, I forgot what time the show started. And we got there like right on time, or a little bit before, because we wanted to get snacks and like go to our seats and everything. We're there with chilling, and then finally, like let's just say it started at 6. I think we left like close to midnight. Like it was a long. I'm like, I guess we got a lot of like show for the amount we paid.
Yeah, you got your money.
But like I wanted to see him. And I think we left just a little bit before he like finished his act, so we didn't see it all the way through. Like I'm tired.
You're like, fuck this.
Let's just beat traffic. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I guess some other people started leaving too.
Yeah, they were like, fuck this.
Yeah, we're a bunch of old heads in there, so like we're all tired.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm at that age where I'm just like, I don't need a plug. I don't need a party or anything.
No,
I'm
tired.
It's time for bed. I miss my dog.
I'd rather be cozy, watching TV.
Like it's midnight. Do I really need to be here?
Yeah.
I could go home and I could just be in bed with my dog.
Yeah.
And you know what? That sounds like a good deal to me.
Nah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I've gotten to that point, which I didn't judge people for that before, but I was like, oh, why don't you want to like go out? Like, just have fun. But it's like you go out so much and you realize every time you go out is just about the same as before.
Yeah.
So you're like,
if you've done it once, you're not going to miss anything out in the future.
Which I do like, still like going to bars, but I'm not going to be the one to be like, let's go clubbing.
Yeah.
I do want to go to like an emo night at a club where they just play like some fucking bangers. I do want to go to one of those. You've gone to one, Caleb's gone to one, and I've seen you guys like stories. I'm like, fuck! I'm me a fucking goth bitch. DJing though. Just DJing.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm a married man.
Yeah. I know what you meant.
Okay. Anyway, spit in my mouth. I want to go to one of those, and then I'll be happy with my life after that. And other than that, I don't know. But
yeah. Go
fuck yourself. So you're gonna get the new iPhone?
I don't know. I want to, but I keep just stalling myself. My phone works fine, but
which one do you have?
The 12.
Oh, okay.
12 regular.
I have the 13. I have the 13 regular.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's recording. I was like, I don't know. I feel like I also got to the point with my phones where it's just like I don't need
the latest and
greatest because the different. I'll upgrade every 2-3 phones because that's when you see a difference.
Right.
Or like your phone's cracked, your battery, stuff like that. That's when you're like, oh, okay, it's about time. But like if you're upgrading every year, absolutely no point. Unless you're getting like free upgrades, then by all means, why not? If it's free,
why not? Like the iPhone Jump plan.
Yeah, the Jump.
But
again, by all means, go for it, right? But other than that, like, bro, from the 12 to the 13, the 13 to 14, 14 to 15.
You're not going to see much.
14 to 15, I think the hardware-wise was the USB-C port. I think maybe the camera's always like a little better. And the battery's always a little better. But
it's not.
There's nothing like groundbreaking, sensational. There's going to be a hologram jerking you off. Hopefully soon.
You're the first in line.
Yeah, I'd be there fucking... If it releases November, I'm in line in January. I'm waiting for fucking 11 months for that bitch.
For this phone, before the 12, I had the 8 Plus. And so that jump to this was like...
Yeah, before this one, I had... What did I... Oh, I had the 11. So I went from... My very first iPhone was in high school. I got the 7. That broke. And then I got the 7 Plus. But that one like physically just fucking broke. But then someone gave me their old 7 Plus. And they were still on the 8 Plus. So I was like, oh, it's only a year behind, whatever. And I went from 7 Plus to 11, which was like a 2-year jump, 3-year jump. And I went from 11 to 13. So it's about every 2 years. But I got tired of my 11. The color was like that teal.
Yeah.
I liked it at first. And then I got really tired of it. And I was like, man, I don't want this phone. Now I have like that blue...
Yeah, I think I have a blue too.
Whatever blue one that is.
Kind of dirty right now, but...
Yeah. But I'm okay with that one until for now. I might get the 15. I don't know. Steph wants to combine our phone plans because we don't have... We're not on the same plan. She's still with her parents.
Yeah.
So she wants to be on the same phone plan now. So I'm going to see if I can like upgrade my phone or like if there's like a deal.
If you add her.
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
Because her phone's paid off. She has a 13 Pro. She has the same one as me, but she got the Pro. So hers is paid off. So I think I can bring her on. But if they give you like a free device for upgrade,
might as well.
I might take take that and I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Which the iPhone, I don't know what model it is, but I saw this tech YouTuber, TikToker / YouTuber. He got, it's like, the color's natural titanium. So it's kind of like a...
For the 15?
For the 15. It's a...
I have the thing pulled up.
I don't know what color to describe it. It's darker than like a sand
It's
color.
kind of like a gun steel or a gun gray, I think is what
gun gray, but like mixed with like, I feel like it's mixed with like sand color, like a beige. It's like a mix because it's not really gray, but it's not really like beige. I don't know what it's. I like the color though. It's very natural, like it is. Like I don't know, as far as natural colors go. See, those are all like.
Okay, this is why I was saying gun gray because of the way it's showing. If it's not showing me like a, what do I want to see a lizard?
Really, just look up like natural titanium iPhone 15, and then you'll probably get something from like T-Mobile, AT&T. Dude, you want to know something funny? Now that I'm talking about phone plans, going way back to football, I've been seeing people call Justin Fields. He's gonna be because he's gonna get cut or released at some point. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, when he's done in the NFL, he's gonna be the most athletic T-Mobile worker I've ever seen in my life. I was like, they ain't lying. They ain't lying with that one. Anyway.
Okay, I see it, yeah.
But that's the one. If there's one I want, it's that one. But he has the Pro Max, and I don't really want the Pro Max. I want to keep my size, just the regular. But I don't know if some colors only come
like that.
Yeah, you see how it's like not gray, but it's not beige. It's like natural, I guess. I like that color. I don't know what models that color comes in, but I'd want that model. As long as it's not the. I guess I wouldn't mind the Pro Max, but I don't really want the. It's too big, so big.
It's crazy that some of these iPhones come with a terabyte.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, there's some Samsungs I think that come with 2 terabytes now.
That's crazy.
Like that's in a phone.
Yeah, that's wild.
Remember growing up, you ever have a PS2? You had an 8 megabyte fucking memory stick, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!" You upgraded from like the 4, and you're like, "I can fucking finish Lara Croft and fucking whatever." That shit's crazy.
I don't know how you guys had it in Edinburgh, like growing up. No, not in Nevada. Each district has like a slightly different curriculum. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like in Donna and at our elementary, we had like computer lab where they showed us how to use computers and everything. Because I guess they were still relatively new-ish. Mm-hmm. And when we had computer lab, they were showing us how to use type and all that. And for data, they would teach us about floppy disks. Like those, I don't know if you all know, the black squares with the silver.
For all you youngins out there.
Yeah, it's like a couple megabytes of data that you can hold. And I remember learning about all that.
I don't think we learned about that, but I remember being in the computer lab in elementary, and they still had the clear back Apple computers.
Oh.
Remember those?
Yeah.
And that's what they were using. That was like the latest and greatest. They're like, we just revamped the lab. And I was like, fuck yeah. As like a first grader or whatever the fuck. I was like, Didn't know barely knew it. What's funny is John's dad was my computer lab teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In like first grade or when I was I was like third grade actually. Yeah, he was like, and I was like in the technology club. So he would teach us how to use like PowerPoint, and he'd like make a PowerPoint about whatever you want, and add like transitions and music or whatever. And I thought I was like, fuck yeah. Obviously, not those words, but yeah, I was like, I felt cool. I was like, yeah. And now it's like, that's crazy. He's still there teaching, so that's good. How time flies.
I remember we had our first like family computer. It was, I don't know if you remember, like back then computers were like a beigeish brown, big old dinosaur back.
Yeah.
And like it had a mouse with a rubber ball.
Yeah.
It was wired and like internet. I forgot what kind of internet we had, but it was like dial-up. You can hear the toot, like the I'm messing up the sound, but you can hear it. Everything would take forever to load stuff, but you're there like, damn, this is cool. It still had like it was running off of HTML5 or something. Yeah. That was
like Minesweeper or that arcade one. That arcade
the
one
pinball.
Went crazy. Yeah, pinball. That shit went crazy.
I remember I got my mom. I don't know how I convinced her, but I got her to get me like some child like learning program, whatever. It was like games that you can play, and they're like I would learn stuff. But I was like so excited because I'm not going to play games when I get home, but it's like learning at the same time, and I'm there like
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wild times. That's what we grew up in. Wild times.
Yeah.
Well, now we are with iPhone 15 titanium naturals with 1 terabyte of memory.
Yeah, and now I want it.
I might want it.
I'm gonna get a terabyte. And there's no need for me to have a terabyte.
I think my phone has 128.
I
think I'm at 80. I use 80, so I've definitely gone up over the years. Because before I was like,
well, because now everything takes up more space.
Yeah. I was gonna say because at first I was like 32, good. Then I was like, okay, 64.
Mm.
And then this one I was like, okay, I'll get 128. And I'm at 80 gigs. Well, also I think it takes into account like photos, videos, and I don't delete. I don't delete much stuff.
I do. Sometimes I go back. I'm like, okay.
I'll try to purge like screenshots, or if I take pictures of like, I don't know, like, oh, let me save this for later.
You don't end up needing it.
Fucking 2 months later, I'm like, oh, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I'll purge like those pictures,
I'll
but
do
like
that.
pictures of people and videos, like I have
Yeah.
a good 5,000 of like good photos that I don't want to delete. So I guess that every year keeps going up, and so I just keep transferring that, and that file just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I've thought about, because they have this service online. It's like an online scrapbook where you just upload your photos and you can organize it the way you want, and you can have different types of scrapbooks. And so that way you don't have to keep all the photos on your phone, but you have them stored
On the cloud.
On the cloud. And I forgot what service it is, but yeah, you just upload everything, you organize it, you can design or whatever, however you want your scrapbook to be. And I thought about doing that just so that way I can delete all my photos on my phone.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much it is. I don't think it's that expensive a month.
Gotcha.
I think it's like a subscription type of thing.
Gotcha.
And I believe, I could be wrong about this, but if you ever want like a physical thing, you can just request it and they'll send you like an actual scrapbook with all your photos.
Oh shit, that's cool.
I think. If
That's
not,
cool.
then I just give them a good idea.
Never heard that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun how technology has come.
Mm-hmm.
Well, alrighty there. I think we're gonna wrap it up there for the day.
Yep.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully you like and subscribe and follow us on everything. Everything.
On YouTube. That's
On
about
YouTube.
it. Man, it's been a minute. Good talking to y'all again. Or talking to you.
I don't like talking to you. I don't like talking to you.
Whatever. So I'm going to get a new phone and I'm going to delete your number.
Do it. Anywho, I hope everyone has a good one, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
See ya.